Welcome everyone to another interesting DSA problem which is titled as Most Profit Assignment Work. Let's try to understand what is the problem statement. So there are n jobs and m workers. So associated with m jobs, there are two parameters which is mentioned. One is the difficulty, another is profit. And associated with each worker, a skill level is been mentioned and stored in a list called worker. What you are supposed to do is that a particular worker can only commit to one particular job, but multiple workers can commit to same type of job, and we have to assign each and every workers to a job such that the cumulative profit these workers going to gather would be maximum. So let me try to explain it with example how and what does it mean. So if the difficulty score is given in a list as 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, and the profit, the length of profit would be equivalent to difficulty because both are associated to the job. That would be 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. And workers, I don't know how many workers, it's given as worker skill set equal to 4, 5, 6, 7. That means there are 4 workers. What we can say from this example is that a one particular worker has a skill level of 4. So he or she can commit a job having difficulty 2 as well as having a difficulty 4. And these two are the possible jobs he or she can commit. And out of it, he or she can choose one of the jobs based on the maximizing profit. Here it would be choosing this job because it gives $20 instead of $10. If it was reverse, if it was 20 and 10, he or she would have chosen this job that would give a profit of 20 instead of 10. So the decision, like out of all the possible jobs he or she, one particular person can choose based on the skill level, out of all the possible jobs can be chosen, it will be chosen such that which job is going to give the maximum profit. So that's the logic behind this thing. So how we can approach this problem is that first we can club the difficulty and profit. We can just club the difficulty and profit into a tuple, and then what we can do, sort them based on difficulty, and sort workers also based on skill level or skill score which is given there. And after that we can identify, like, each and every worker, what are the possible jobs that person can commit based on the difficulty, and out of that what could be the maximum profit it is going to gather. And then based on each and every worker we can just keep on adding the profit, and at the end we can return the total profit. So it will be much more clear if we start to write the code. Let's try to develop the code. So this is the class definition and all, class solution. Let's go into the method, define maximum profit assignment. So let's try to write the arguments by self. One is difficulty, which is a list of integer. Another is the profit, which is also a list of integer. And worker, this list actually represents the skill level. And at the end we just need to return an integer, that is the maximum profit. Now let's do club and sort based on difficulty. I'm going to give the variable name as jobs. Jobs sorted zip. This will club difficulty and profit. So let me comment it out here. What in this step is going to do is that this will sort based on difficulty. And let's sort the worker also. Worker dot sort. Once this is sorted, we can try to calculate the total profit and the maximum profit one particular worker could get. So total profit equal to 0, max profit equals to 0, and another pointer which I will be using here for skill in worker while j less than length of jobs. And before going to the add condition, I will tell you what is this j is going to do. So as we see in the previous example, if this particular worker can commit these two job roles, so j is going to play a role in this particular checking what are the possible difficulties. So j is actually going through the jobs, which is a tuple of difficulty and profit. So j will make sure it has explored all the possibilities. Okay, and it is only possible, one more thing, if the jobs, like jobs of j0, that is nothing but the difficulty level if less than or equal to the skill. In that case we can check, or we can just update the maximum profit condition. Maximum profit equals maximum among the max profit, comma, jobs j1. Okay, once this is done, what we can do, you can just try to move the pointer j plus equal to 1. Similarly, if the j was here, it's going to move and here, like that. That's what happening here. And once this is identified, the maximum profit for a particular worker with a particular skill, once this is done using the for loop, we can just add the total profit plus equals max profit. Since this is sorted, we don't need to reset the max profit or anything. And at the end, just return the total profit. So what is the time complexity? So as you can see, there are two sorting happening. Suppose this jobs has m, if this is have m, then this sorting would be in order of m log m, and workers are n, then this sorting would be in order of n log n. And then there is a skill, if workers have n elements, that means order of n plus, then j will go through the jobs thing, that is m. So here these two contributes to give order of m plus n. So time complexity in total is order of n log n plus order of m log m plus order of m plus n. Since initially these two would contribute, dominate over this thing, we can just neglect the third part. So space complexity is order of 1 because we are not utilizing any extra space or list or anything to solve this particular problem. I hope you understood the problem statement as well as the solution, and thank you for listening.